There is a time I was employed in a certain company. That company was so good. I loved my job. Because I loved my job, I could give it all my energy and all my time and passion to strategize and think for the company. My boss loved me so much to the extent that he could drop me and pick me from home. A certain friend of mine came to me and asked that, do you know that there is a job opening in an international organization? Apply in this organization and automatically, because of your professionalism and your experience, you will win this job. I told him that the company I'm working in is giving me everything. They are giving me allowances, medical allowance, transport allowance, housing allowance. So there is no need for me to leave my job and go for another job. I remember I had even told my children that to study the course I studied, because I knew that one day I will bring them to work with me in the company I'm working with. But a scenario happened that this company got a credit crunch. My boss came and told me about it. I sat down and cried. And I said, where can I start? How can I start? This is the company I knew all my life, and I was working in with all my heart. I can imagine somebody there working in that company. Thank you. You're working so hard. And it's good to work in that company. Look at the teachers, the event managers, the bar attendants. All of them lost their job in this pandemic called COVID-19. Friends, I understand that you're working. But the question is, what if that company lays off workers and you are included? What if it gets a bankrupt system and it goes? Where will you start? Ladies and gentlemen, our viewers, for those watching us in our social media, in all our social media platforms, Sule Israel George and Herbert S. Sally, we are in our first season, second episode of Let's Talk.
The best your business needs.
The best your business needs. Together with me, let me welcome my colleague we are together with. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to have you viewers who are watching us. We are so excited to have this topic with you. We believe that everything is going to be fine with your business. And after this discussion, I believe something important is going to be picked and it will cause a change in your endeavors.
But do you agree with me that somebody must think outside the box?
It's very true. You cannot be comfortable when you are just in a box. And that business, that job you are doing today may be the box you are enclosed. And when you have to think beyond the box to start something which can cause a difference to your life, without extending the size of your minds, your life will not change. Life is changed by minds. The moment you change your mind, means that a change will be caused in your life.
How about in the world of employed, we have two categories. The categories are those who are employed and those who are self-employed.
Yeah.
But our role in this class or this discussion today is to help those employed to be self-employed. How can you use this opportunity of your employment for self-employment? That's the question.
Yeah, it's normal and healthy for someone to start to work for somebody else before starting his business. The truth is, we need to be self-employed. We need to start our own endeavors. But most of the times, it is very important that you step into someone's business as an employee. You work for him because there are some things which are not going to be taught in class. Our school doesn't teach some things which you are going to do in business. Some skills be learned from someone's job. Experience. Schools are not teaching experience, yet you need experience in learning business. So when you get an opportunity to be employed somewhere, you have to make sure that you utilize it optimally. You have to learn, because when you start your business before attending someone's business, it will be hard for you to understand how the business works, how are the skills to apply, and also learning how to fail. I tell people that failing is normal, and failing is not a loss, but failing is a ground for learning. You cannot create that ground in your own business. The reason why we choose getting employed, we fail in some other people's business, is to have that ground to learn what are the mistakes which have caused the failure, and what can be done to overcome the failure. So many things are learned when someone is employed on someone's job, some other person's job. And also the trust. You learn many things, and opportunities much need to be utilized.
That's very important, especially on the side that you said that somebody has to put much effort when he's employed.
Yeah.
Because it is through that employment that you're learning.
Yeah.
You have a chance to learn, you have a chance to fail and rise again.
Yeah.
Actually, if you don't put much energy in someone's job, you cannot put energy in your own job.
Definitely. The point is, you will not understand how much of your effort will harvest if you have not tested it from someone's job. Because when I get employed in someone's job, I must come to know that, hey, when I do much of this, we shall get much of this. So when I start my job, I'll be knowing how much to invest in that very business and how much I'll be investing in that very business. So when I play around on someone's job, that one will limit my room for success in my job, because I will not understand the true self in me who is going to cause productivity in my business.
In other words, you're saying that somebody who is employed should use that opportunity to learn much, should use that opportunity to get experience.
Getting employed is a platform for test. We have to use it, or you have to use it, someone watching us, as a platform for test. You test yourself, your ability. There are sleeping skills, sleeping potential inside of someone. There are sleeping horses inside of someone. But when you choose to awake those horses by applying those, the inbuilt skills inside of someone's business, it means by the time you choose to start yours, those horses will be having that potential to run for success.
What you're trying to tell me, that the client who comes in that company will be the same client who will come in your company. So if you don't exercise the skills, if you don't welcome that's why handling customers is very important. Be it you're working for somebody or working for yourself, because this person that you are handling badly, tomorrow when you start a company, they will be the ones who will come in your company and also speak bad about you.
Definitely, business is made by people. Some people cry of capital. We don't have capital. We don't want. But the most important factor in business is people. And people are going to be seeing you from that person's business. So the moment you misuse the opportunity, you are gone. You have got to understand how to use this opportunity to introduce you to people, to introduce you to the public. Because when you start your business, these are the very people who are going to follow you, and these are the very people who are going to be recommending others to join you. So when you leave someone's business, when everything's dead, you've left it down, it means that you are going with a dead idea in your business, and more chances are that your business will not succeed.
Definitely. That is so wonderful. Viewers, these topics actually, they are so interesting, to the point that in this program, we are looking at making you self-employed. That is the real essence of this program. That you can start a business. You understand? You are lying, but you cannot lie on yourself when you cannot rely on others. Because the business you're doing, you are not the first one to do. There are many people who have done it. But why do you accept to fail if you don't want to learn?
That's the point.
You understand? Because when you fail, it is a ground. I always tell people that failure is an opportunity to start again more intelligently.
Definitely.
It gives you an opportunity.
Definitely.
Now, let's go to another level. Now, this person will say, I don't have time. I'm working from morning up to evening. How do I get time to start my business?
It's not about time. You know, someone who's complaining about time, that one is a lazy man, according to me. Starting business is not all about time, that you have time. It's about the priority.
Wow.
The priority you give to your business. You know, when you take it to your scale, where does it belong? When you give it a first priority, as a mass, you must get time for it, because business doesn't need time. It needs a priority.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you say that business needs a priority. As I continue, we have 24 hours.
Yeah.
In life. We have 24 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. What time do you go to the office? And what time do you leave office? What do you do in the night? You can balance. Actually, before I left the work I was doing, I could balance my time, whereby I have time that the whole night I'm making strategies, proposal strategies, and I send an email. There's working on email. There's working on phone calls. There is working by that evening, having some meetings. What do you talk about that?
The most precious time your business needs is your night minute.
Wow.
Because your business doesn't need much of your presence. Your business needs much of your thinking. And if you choose to utilize your night minute, that's the most precious time you can develop new ideas. That's the most precious time you can visit the world of thoughts. Businesses are developed by thoughts. Businesses are developed by ideas.
Wow.
They're not developed by money. Money can disappear if you're not having a brilliant idea. But utilizing your most precious minute, attach value to every minute of your day.
In other words, that you balance the time. Actually, daytime is not for thinking ideas. Thinking ideas works much in the night. So somebody who thinks must think at night, and in the daytime you are just implementing what you've been thinking at night. I love that.
That's why those big, huge factories, they operate at night.
Wow.
Why? They are carrying heavy loads, and during day there are a lot of inconveniences.
Wow.
So big ideas are downloaded during night time, and then are implemented during the time.
Wow.
And that's what you need for your business.
Which means implementation has to be day.
Yes.
At night has to be for creation. Actually, the biggest businesses that reach a certain level come from thinking.
Yes.
And implementation is there.
And by the one thing we need to also to learn here, that most of the powerful businessmen on this planet, they are not actively engaging in their businesses, but they actively engaging in thinking for their businesses.
So they get, in other words, they get a human capital, somebody they can send to do that thing. Meanwhile, they are seated at home or seated in the office working. They are trying to, that's what they call multiplication.
Yeah.
You photocopy, you put somebody else to do for you what you're supposed to do.
There are many people who are ready to implement your ideas.
Definitely.
There are many people. And there are a few people who are ready to think for your business. So you have got to think for your business, and then you get people who can implement the ideas.
They don't think for your business.
No.
They implement your ideas.
It will be a mistake to allow people to think for your business. You must be the one thinking for your business, and then you recruit people who can implement the ideas you have developed for your business.
How about, in the interest of time, ladies and gentlemen, this episode is so important that we are intrigued. You can see us in the studio here, very happy and excited. But what I want to tell you, don't miss the third episode that will be coming out. Thank you so much for watching us.